Awakenas, this is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. Today we are looking at how do people view you, your aura and your appearance. So I want to look at what people are thinking about your aura and your appearance specifically. So we are looking at how they are perceiving you energetically, but also your physical appearance and anything that they are not saying, anything they are hiding from you. I am feeling that for some of you, there's a lot of gossip behind your back. Maybe like you are a popular, I just heard popular character. So maybe all of you or some of you are really popular in your town or in your community. I'm seeing for some of you in high school. So yeah, that was very specific, but let's get into the piles. Oh, okay. I think I'll take this. I think this will be pile number 1. So for pile number 2, there's 2 cards coming out for pile number 2, and then we have pile number 3. So we have don't let your past hold you back. We have a win-win outcome is forecast, and nothing will come of this situation. Okay. So I've set up all of the 3 cards for you. South Node, don't let your past hold you back, will be pile number 1. Then we have full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast, that will be pile number 2. And we have the 3rd pile, nothing will come of this situation, void of course, moon. So you can take your time to make your pile selection. If you are having any trouble selecting your piles, just stay with me throughout a prayer that I do before every reading. This is just to offer my gratitude and offer my prayer to everybody who clicks on my channel, to every single person, to my collective, to my soul family that has been here with me. I ask for your spirit guides with divine love in my heart to come through, your angels, your ancestors, to do this fun reading with me today about how people view you and how people view your aura and your appearance. I'm really curious as to what comes up. I ask for this reading to be protected from any harmful or negative energies and entities. I ask for only pure intentioned and good intentioned physical and non-physical beings to be present with me throughout this reading. I ask for all evil eyes to be banished and returned to their senders. I ask for my collective, my soul family, for each person viewing this reading to be protected from any malicious intentions, from anybody in their life that wants to cause them harm. I call upon dear source to keep this reading and my collective protected as I proceed through this sacred reading. Please allow me to channel accurate and correct messages at this time that they need to hear. upon your spirit guides with love in my heart and gratitude. Please allow me to be my collective's reader and to give them accurate and concise messages for today's reading. For this I pray and offer my gratitude to my dear collective, to my soul family, to their spirit guides, and all of the angels and ancestors present with me throughout the reading today. I will now begin with the reading. I'll see you at your pile. Hello my dear loves, if you chose pile number 1, you chose this card with Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back with South Node. Now if there is a difference in my voice is because I did announce previously, but I have been sick for a long time, so that is why if you're wondering why my voice sounds so different, it's still me. It's just that I'm really sick at the moment. So the very first thing that I am getting is that you are like a worldwide phenomenon. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but you are like a whirlwind. People see you as like a tornado, like you come into their life and then you leave. And I don't mean that you destroy everything, but you are like the good kind of whirlwind, like you bring a lot of joy into somebody who's very serious. You bring a lot of play into somebody who's very uptight or strict in their life. I feel like you kind of bring like a good chaos, good kind of chaos and good kind of spontaneity. I keep being taken here, which is like the spot where all of the longitudes and latitudes are meeting, and that is on the earth it's called as either the North Pole, that would be, or the South Pole. And the North Pole and the South Pole are known to be very cold. So I feel like maybe you're cold inside, or maybe you're not cold inside. Maybe you're attracted to cold people. I feel like either you could have the opposite type of personality where you're really playful, or you could be cold. Like I'm seeing that there is a certain aspect to you. So some of you could be cold and some of you could be playful. Like half of you could be playful. Take that as it resonates, because everything will not apply to everybody, since obviously this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. But you see how there is this path crossing right here. I feel like you cross people paths, but they think that you are not meant to be in their life, or that you would not choose to be in their life, because you are always, you have this attitude of like, okay, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. It's like you're a traveler of experience. You're not trying to go to the hottest country, like go to the like I'm not seeing you being very focused on geographical distance or geographical travel, but I do see that you don't stay in one place too long. Either it's mentally or spiritually or physically, you like to always evolve. So I'm seeing you kind of like backpacking throughout the mountains, the Himalayas. It's like you are not afraid to take a journey alone. And I feel like people in your past, they are not in your past, but I feel like they are your past, or they are in your past because you've left them behind, and they don't have a bitter feeling towards you. It's just that you have such an adventurous soul or adventurous kind of energy that they know that nothing is going to stop you from living the life of your dreams. So I feel like you're always kind of like, okay, on to the next, and you don't let a lot of things hold you back, honestly, pile number 1. So that is why I feel like you're always moving on, and people are kind of shocked by it, yes, but they also understand it, because I'm seeing that there is a certain fondness that whoever you're asking about or whoever you had in mind, either were your friends or your family, they are very fond of you. So they don't mind that you kind of come into their life and then you leave, but they wish that you'd stay longer because they like to be with you. They do wish that you stayed longer. But with the darkness here, I'm seeing that there could be people who have a lot of romantic feelings for you and might want to settle down with you. But like I said, like, I don't feel like you want to settle down just yet. At least that's what I'm feeling for a section of you. You don't want to settle down just yet, or you want to have a family of your own in the future. Of course you do, but you want to do everything that your soul craves first, so that you don't put the pressure of it on your child, or you don't feel like you didn't do everything that you wanted to do. So it's like you're doing everything that you want to do right now so that you don't have any regrets. And I feel like that is one of your primary motives, because you only live once. It's like you only get one life and you don't know if you're going to be born again. So it's better to just do everything that you want to do. So you have like a very simple life philosophy, but I do see that these romantic admirers have not confessed to you. They don't, so you don't know that they have romantic feelings for you. I feel like this could be a friend. For a lot of you, it's a best friend. It's a friend that had a crush on you for a long time, that if you found out that they had romantic feelings for you, you would get surprised or shocked, because you never saw them in a romantic light. You never saw them as romantic potential. So that's a very beautiful energy that they are picking up from you. But let's get into your cards. So how do people view pile number one's aura, please? How do people view pile number one's aura? How do people view pile number one's physical appearance? Okay, I'm only taking those many cards. So we have Page of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, like I said, you have a very adventurous energy. If you're not traveling, I feel like you're really focused on your career. So I did say that there was a split in the energy of the collective that chose pile number one. So I feel like one half of you is dangerous. One half of you is adventurous and traveling all the time, and the other half of you is really very Capricorn energy. You're very focused on your career, you're focused on your business. I feel like you could have started a new business recently, or you have an idea about a business recently. There is a new beginning, something new related to your career, and I feel like you're fully focused on that, and people are seeing that, and people are really attracted. And I feel like people from your past, especially like your school friends or your college friends, are looking at you and being like, oh my god, pile number one is so focused, like pile number one knows what they're doing, they're all about that coin. So they are seeing you as somebody who's goal oriented, career driven, ambitious, but it's not in a negative light. I feel like most of the energies that I'm picking up right now, people are really fond of you, and there's almost a sense of admiration that's coming in for you. And I look at this flower, it's so unique, right? This deck is very unique, but look at this flower, it's so unique. I feel like you have a certain unique presence. I feel like people are looking at you and they're like, yeah, pile number one is going to do something that nobody expects. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everybody in your university or your college or your school will know your name once you're famous, or once you do something, like whatever it is that you're working on right now. I feel like you're going to be successful in that, and then people are going to know your name and they will be like, oh, I used to go to school with pile number one, and pile number one was my friend. And like people are asking like, okay, what is pile number one, what was pile number one like, what did pile number one do? and I feel like they have like fond stories to tell of you and about you. With the Ten of Wands reversed here, I feel like you take on a lot of responsibility. I feel like people look at you as somebody who's very responsible, as somebody who's really like you're able to take on a lot of pressure and work efficiently and effectively. Still, I feel like it doesn't matter whether you believe this about yourself or not, or whether you think of yourself like this or not, because this is just the energy that I'm picking up about how people see your aura and your appearance. So I do feel like there is a strong message here coming through, that they do see you as somebody who's goal oriented. But it's not like you're not like all talk or anything. Like, it's not that you just waste your time just talking. I feel like they watch you kind of make a goal, so you make a target and then you accomplish it. So you are somebody who puts your mouth where your money is that the phrase? Like, put your money where your mouth is, I don't know, but it's like you're not all talk, you get things done, and they can see that. And I feel like some people are really attracted to this trait of yours, the fact that you can get things done. Wow, you have the Judgment next. So yeah, again with the Moth here, there's something unique about whatever you're doing. I feel like you came up with some kind of like business. If it's a business you're doing, it's something that's very unique. And just look at this card, it's so beautiful, right? It's something that's very unique. You are here to shift and change things. Like, you're here to break down things as they are, and you're here to break down the structures as people know it, and break them down and be like, oh, did you think that you needed permission to make this, like, this so and so amount of money? And you're like, you don't need permission. You with the level of technology we have today, you don't need to wait for anybody's permission to do anything. Just all you need to do is think smartly and monetize your skill and present yourself properly. And because people are willing to pay for good quality service and good quality content and good quality products. So I feel like you have that kind of mentality where you're like, I can do this by myself, like I can do this alone. And I feel like that is one of the traits that people find highly attractive about you. Oh, it's like they see you and you are like a lone wolf and you are so unique. It's like you're in your own lane. Like, I feel like you don't even care about competition. I feel like you are, at least that's how they see you. They see you and they're looking at that and they're like, pile number one doesn't even care about competition, and you're pile number one, right? So you are solely and only focused on your own journey, and they think that you've embraced and understood the fact that everybody comes here to live their own life, and it's a unique footprint that every single person has. And it's kind of idiotic or stupid to compare one human's journey with another human's journey, because no two human beings are the same ever, and so no two experiences can ever be the same. And every single person will have different kinds of problems that they need to conquer. But I do see that they just told me conqueror of problems. I feel like you might have come from a past where you were impoverished in some way, or there was poverty, like you didn't have something something was not enough, in the sense that either you were not loved unconditionally, or there was a lack of resources, either physically or non-physically. Either you were not loved in your family, or maybe there was shortage of money. There's some shortage I'm seeing. Like you it's like you've gone from rags to riches, and that's your goal. Like, you're going from rags to riches. I'm also being shown Liz the Wizard. Is that the name of the YouTube channel? The Wizard, the Liz. I'm being shown her videos, and she comes from a narcissistic family where her father was extremely cruel and narcissistic towards her, and she was a people pleaser, but then she grew up into this strong, beautiful, independent woman. So maybe you watch her videos, or this is a call from spirit to watch her videos, because she is somebody who's very empowering, especially if you're a woman. So Yeah, if you are a woman, I feel like it is one of your destinies in this life is to step completely into your power. Wow, you have the Page of Wands. In the past, people could have stopped you from shining, but I feel like you radiate so bright. It's like you couldn't stop shining even if you tried. Like you couldn't stop it even if you tried. So this was your aura. Now let's see about your physical appearance. Wow, we have the world reversed. Are you a Pisces? Are you like a Pisces fire combo? With this card coming out in reversed, and look at the greens, they are so similar here, right? And the blue is so beautiful and striking here. I feel like there could be people just surrounding you and always trying to know what's happening in your world, but I feel like you keep your world very private and you don't talk out loud about your goals. You kind of stay quiet about them, and then everybody comes to know, oh, pile number one actually accomplished it. It's like you don't even say it out loud. It's actually like other people will hear it from other people that you became successful, because you don't toot your own horn. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't go out there in a gathering and you're like, okay, I got so and so award and I just like made $1 million or whatever. I feel like you're not the kind of person that shows off or wears designer clothes to show off. I feel like you're not obsessed with those kind of things. You keep your world very private. Like you keep your private world very inaccessible to certain people. It's like they have to take your permission, they have to prove that they are trustworthy and loyal, and only then you let them in your world, so to speak. Only then you let them in your circle. So I feel like I did ask about your physical appearance, but that's just what the message that I got here. And I'm also seeing that there could be a lot of secret admirers around you, or people that want to be with you in a romantic way, but they know that you'll reject them. I feel like they know that they are not up to your level, or at least that's what they feel. Oh my gosh, wow, you have the Five of Cups. Beautiful. Your physical aura, your physical appearance is very striking and unique. Maybe the way you dress, something about your body language, something about your body shape, something about your physicality, your hair, your face, your hands, something about your body, or something about the way you dress. It's something unique. It's so unique that each and every one of you has different, and spirit is not taking me to anything specific. For some of you it could be your legs that are very beautiful, for some of you it could be your hands, for some of you it could be your hair, for some of you it could be your style of clothing and how you kind of combine your clothes, and how you dress and how you choose to present yourself in the world. I feel like your physical appearance, there people are seeing it as like a like somebody who's shining a lot, like a star. I feel like it doesn't matter whether you wear designer clothes or not, but there's this feeling of like people might think that you're a celebrity or something, that like if you walk into the street, everybody kind of turns around, or people are wondering like, oh, who is that person, who is that person. Like you have a certain, because I feel like you don't talk much, and the way you carry yourself is very much like a celebrity. You're very private, you're very quiet, you kind of like finish your work and then you leave. So I feel like people might think like, oh my god, are they a celebrity? Is pile number one, like who is pile number one? And I feel like people are really curious about you, because they don't know enough, like they can't get in your energy, they don't know enough about you. Wow, yeah, people see you as very abundant. Now, I don't know if you're wearing expensive clothes or what, but there is something about your body, something about the way you dress, something about the way you carry yourself. Like people might see you as somebody who's very royal, who's very confident, who's bold, who is rich, who is like very successful too, career wise. they see you as somebody who is like very successful, and people are I just heard like some people want to approach you and ask you like, okay, hi pile number one, like what do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking. But nobody ever approaches you, I think, because they're really scared that you might with the judgment coming out that you might judge them or be cold towards them. I'm not saying that you are, but this is just a perception of people, and the reason why they don't approach you. I don't feel like you are cold, pile number one. I feel like you're a sweet person inside, but if you have been through a lot, you know, you kind of become a little reclusive. You have to protect your energy, so I feel like you kind of protect your energy. It's like you are a it's like you are a perfect combination of masculine and feminine energy. You are a perfect combination of yin and yang. You know, like you know when to be feminine, you know when to be masculine, and there is no. For some of you, I'm seeing that you could be dressing like tomboys. I just heard tomboys, very BTS Jungkook style, even though you're girls. And I'm seeing that you like to dress like boys basically, even though you're a girl. That's what I'm specifically seeing. But I'm being taken to like masculine clothes, like loose tees with cargo pants, like jumper shoes, black big shoes. That's what I'm being taken to. So maybe that is your style. People see that as highly attractive. Like people might turn around and be like, oh my god, where did pile number one get those shoes? And they might want to approach you, but they don't. Oh my god, wow. You have the Queen of Pentacles, wow. With you have King and Queen of Pentacles both. So what did I say about you being rich? So I feel like you are so rich, or you look so rich to people, that people are genuinely scared of approaching you. With the Queen coming out in reversed, I feel like they're genuinely scared of approaching you. They're like, oh my god, what if they are like a mean rich brat? What if pile number one is a mean rich brat? I'm not saying that you are, but again, this is just like the perception of people that's coming out for you. Yeah, they see you as somebody who's incredibly beautiful, incredibly handsome, no matter what your gender is. If you are a man watching this, I'm getting that your face or your facial features are very attracted to the opposite gender. Now, I don't know if you see them as attractive. It doesn't matter if you do, but the opposite gender thinks that you are a 10. Like your facial features, something about your facial features is very unique. I feel like you don't like something about your face or your body, but the opposite gender is very attracted to it, and you don't realize it, but you actually get a lot of attention because of it. So yeah, that was it for your reading. Are there any other final messages? I feel like you just like to chill, like you're not actually like rich spoiled brat or whatever. I feel like you're a very chill person, but since they have not spoken to you, they don't know you, they don't know the real you. So I feel like that is why they have this perception of you. So please remember that this is just like what people think of you, and I'm not saying that you are like this. We just looked at what people think of you and what how they feel towards you. That's all. So if you have just started your business, I already got that message the very first, like with this card, so in the beginning itself. But I want to say this again. If you are thinking of starting your own business, you're going to be very successful with the King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles coming out together side by side. It's like even in the spread, they came out together like this, right? So it's like they wanted to be together. So I feel like you are a independent person, and this is not talking so much about a couple. I feel like both of these cards are representing your own energies, honestly. And I feel like you're kind of bringing your masculine and feminine energies into balance, knowing when to be kind, knowing when to limit your kindness, knowing when to speak with authority, knowing when to speak softly, knowing when to compromise, knowing which boundaries to not compromise, and I feel like you're kind of working on that and you're going to be very immensely successful in that. So I wish you the very best, my dear pile number ones. If you are starting your own business, you're going to be so successful. It makes me so happy to say that to you and to be the bearer of good news, basically. Yeah, with the judgment coming out here, that's also another confirmation for you from spirit. So this is like a go ahead from spirit. If you are thinking of if there is an idea, even if it's not a business idea, but you're thinking of working on an idea, please go ahead and do it, because I feel like it's going to bring a lot of abundance to you in some way. If not financial, some kind of abundance is coming to you 100%. So this was it. Let me know if you like the reading. If it resonated with you, you can subscribe to my channel if you have not already, to be a part of my soul family. I'd love to have you here. I try to do these readings every 3 to 5 days and upload them. I'm so happy to have you here, my dear pile number one, and I hope you're happy with the reading today. And I'm gonna take the time to thank you, your spirit guides, my spirit guides, all of the cards that I used today, for allowing me to come across such a beautiful person like you and allowing me to relay such beautiful messages. I am wishing you all the very best and all of the success in the world. And yeah, pile number one, you're a winner. I hope you remember that. You're a 10 on 10. I hope you remember that, my dear pile number one. So hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose pile number 2, you chose a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. So pile number 2, you were the only pile that got 2 cards, and you're pile number 2 and you got 2 cards. So your very first card is this one right here, which is this beautiful pink moon in the background with scales. I feel like people think of you as somebody who treats everyone kindly and equally and fairly. I feel like you are not somebody who gossips behind people's back, and this is something that other people know about you, and they're kind of talking about you, and they're like, oh yeah, pile number 2 will never talk about somebody else in a negative way, even if they are a bad person. Like, I feel like you have very strong ethics and you have really strong values. So even if somebody is being like mean or sarcastic, I feel like you don't talk about that person behind their back. I feel like you kind of just maintain your integrity and your boundary, and you kind of just leave. Like, you don't engage with that person and you don't talk about them behind their back. And I feel like this is a quality that is being seen and admired about you and being spoken about you as well. In addition to that, I also feel like they could see you as somebody who's very nurturing. Somebody who's younger than you looks at you as somebody who's very nurturing and somebody to be admired and respected. You know how sometimes like adults will kind of force their beliefs or their values on the younger generation, thinking that they know better. But I feel like you kind of do the opposite. You kind of give respect, and it's like you have the humility to earn respect of somebody who's younger than you, and that makes them respect you even more and love you even more, because you are not imposing your own belief systems on them, and you kind of just allow them the freedom to be themselves. And I feel like that is one of the reasons why people love you so much, is that you allow people to be who they want to be in your presence. You know, it's like you don't have a concept. You are not telling them how to be or who to be, and that is such a like you are such a great person to be around, because you make a safe space for people to be authentic, and that's always a beautiful energy to be around. So we have, it's time to take action. Oh my gosh, we have Aries. Gorgeous. I feel like they also see you as somebody who's really incredibly confident. With the ram being here, I'm being taken to the eyes of the ram here, and the eyes just look so gentle to me and beautiful to me. Like, I feel like you're somebody who's really gentle unless you're like poked, unless like somebody provokes you, and then you're like, oh really, you thought you could try me? No way. It's like your beast will come out. But not I don't mean, I'm not saying that as an insult. Like, I'm not saying that you're a beast. I'm just saying that you are not afraid to stand up for yourself. Like, you've had enough times where you didn't stand up for yourself, and now you are taking a stand for yourself. Like, you don't allow people to just talk to you in some way that you don't like. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you have become clear about your boundaries. You are very clear with your communication as well. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like people kind of walk into the room, maybe they don't expect you to know what you're talking about. I don't know, that's just something. Like, I'm being shown a business meeting, and there's a bunch of people that try to undermine you or devalue you secretively in like a hidden way, and they think that you won't notice that they are making a remark at you or poking fun at you. But you understand and pick it up very quickly, and you are quick to put them in their place, and then they're like, oh, let's not poke the pile number 2, that let's not poke the bear. Like, let's not poke pile number 2. Like, pile number 2 is not to be messed with. And that's what I'm seeing. So let's get into your cards. I want to see. So the top cards will be your aura, and then we will see if you can hear the birds. My gosh. The bottom cards will be about your physical appearance. Too many cards. Let's see what we have. We have 9 of Cups reversed. Yeah. Like, it's like you are so sweet 1 second, and the moment somebody says something, it's like, what did you say? Did you just say that did you just think that was appropriate? Did you really think that I allow people to talk to me that way? Like, I see you kind of turning around and responding like that, and putting people in their place, gracefully and strictly. Like, you're firm about it, you're assertive about it. You're not a mean, arrogant person, but I just feel like you're firm in establishing your boundaries. And I feel like people get so turned on by that you are so firm and strict with your boundaries, but you're like gentle person. They might think that you're as delicate as a daisy, but they also know that you are not to be messed with at the same time. So it's like you have no problems turning off your emotional side, if I can describe it correctly. It's like you don't have a problem turning off your emotional side and being like, wait, you crossed a boundary, okay, bye. You know what I mean? Like, you don't let people take advantage of you just because you formed an emotional bond with them. You're still clear and firm about your boundaries. And I feel like people might not come to know about that before, but they come to know about it once they get close to you. Like, they cannot just take advantage of you. I feel like in the past you might have been taken advantage of, but then you were like, nope, this is not happening to me ever again. I am not putting up with this. And you kind of became confident. You were like, no, I'm not going to put up with this garbage behavior. And we have the 3 and the 8 of Pentacles, and then we have 9, like 8, 9. With the 3 of Pentacles, people might think that either you're somebody who likes to work alone, or you like I feel like some of you love working alone, and then for some of you, you love working in a team and doing group projects together, having everybody pitch in and having all of like people's ideas be expressed in the group. I feel like you guys work really hard, and so for some of you I'm seeing like you guys love working alone, and for some of you I'm seeing that you guys love working in a group. So I'm seeing with your energy comes off as somebody who's very intense, confident, bold, loud, cheerful. You don't have to be all of these things, but this is just what I'm getting, that people think of you. We are looking at people's perception and not who you actually are in this reading. So please remember that if it doesn't resonate, this is we are tapping into the perception of people. And it's funny to me because in the Queen of Wands card, we actually have a mouse here, which is so cute. But and mice are usually not associated with strength or confidence, but we actually have a mice on the Queen of Wands card, which is very curious. So it's like you are not a mean person inside, and you know who you are inside, but you are also not afraid to put people in their place. Or I feel like you learn to kind of put boundaries and put yourself first. So let's see, what do they think of your physical appearance? Oh my god. I was talking about the strength, wasn't I? And we have the strength card here. People think you are so attractive. Oh my god, pile number 2. Like celebrity status level attractive. Do you work out? Like, they think you have the perfect body. They think you are confident. They think you are independent. They think you have it all together. They think that you are somebody who is shining without effort. Like, you don't even need to steal somebody else's crown. Like, you don't even engage in petty games or whatever, because you're so busy doing you. You know what I mean? Like, you're so focused on yourself and you're focused on your journey. And I'm seeing, like, do you see this animal kind of look directly ahead, straight ahead? He's not looking at the side, he's not looking this side, like, he's not distracted. He knows what he wants and he knows where he's looking. So I feel like, oh my gosh, look at how similar these two cards are. And both of them are fire energies, because strength is actually ruled by Leo, which is a fire sign, and Aries is also a fire sign. So wow, there's a lot of fire coming out for you. Even if you don't have fire signs in your chart, I feel like people see you as somebody who's really fiery, or somebody who embodies the qualities of fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they see you as somebody who's very optimistic about your life. You have like this tunnel vision kind of focus on your goals, that people don't want to get in your way. Like, they're scared when you're working because you're so focused. It's like, oh my god, don't get in pile number 2's way, because pile number 2 is focused hard right now. Wow. We have the World reversed. We have the Twin of Wands reversed. We have the Six of Swords reversed. With the Six of Swords coming out, again we have 6, 7, so another synchronicity. With the Six of Swords coming out, either somebody in your past feels like you left them like this, like you literally left them like this, but this person was up to no good and you knew it. Like, this person was up to no good and they had this kind of energy towards you, and you were like, nope, bye. And I feel like you kind of had trouble maintaining your confidence or your boundaries in this situation, but I feel like ultimately you won, obviously, because you're a born winner. So I feel like ultimately you did win, and you did kind of, I feel like you were taking too much responsibility in this relationship. If this is an ex-partner, you took up way too much responsibility in this relationship, and you were working really hard to make it work, but this person was not at all interested in any sort of cooperation or compromise on from their side. I feel like you tried your best from your side, but they were just not budging, and then you were like, no, I can't just keep giving myself, because then I'll have nothing left to give. I just realized, oh my god, both of them are same birds, and they didn't fit here. That is why I placed them on top, and I didn't realize because I'm still not done explaining these cards. But look how similar these two cards are, and the imagery on these cards. Again, both of them are looking in the same direction, and both of them are focused on their own goals. I feel like you're only focused on your truth and focused on your coin. It's like if you have a family of your own, you're not concerned with anybody, like what they're doing and with their life or whatever. You're just concerned with your life, and you're just concerned with what you are doing and what you are up to, and you're not really poking your nose into everybody's business. And I feel like this is a trait that people think that is highly, people might get surprised by this trait, that you don't gossip, or that you don't or that you're not superficial, because people might think that you're superficial, but then they speak to you and then they realize, oh, like pile number 2 is not superficial at all. Just because you might come off as nice, they think that they can, mess with you or whatever. But no, pile number 2 is not to be messed with strength and Queen of Wands coming out and Two of Cups coming out and the King of Swords coming out. I feel like if you wanted, you could be really sharp with your words. Like you could be very firm and assertive, extremely, like you could be mean, but I feel like most of the time you try not to be mean. It's like you pick your battles wisely, you know what I mean? Like you are not getting aggressive all the time. You are not like getting into a fight all the time. You pick your battles wisely. Like you'll ask yourself, like, is this person worth responding to? Am I really hurt by what they said? And you're like, no, I know that this person's intention is to hurt me, but I'm not really hurt, so whatever. Bye, this person is not worth even looking at. Like you're not worth my energy. And that's the kind of energy that I'm feeling from you. Very boss babe kind of energy, honestly. I'm getting somebody who's very curvaceous. Like I'm being shown a woman who's curvaceous and beautiful, and you're perceived as very beautiful by the opposite gender as well, with the Two of Cups coming out. I feel like a lot of people want to get with you. A lot of people. Now, one half of people just want to sleep with you because you're really sexy and attractive, and then the other half of the people want to really have a relationship with you. But be careful, pile number 2, like whatever you want, and I feel like you know what you want, so just be careful, because some of these people don't have good intentions, and they just want to use you for your fame and your value. So I feel like if you're a woman, you are somebody who has a lot of power in your workplace. And I'm seeing that because you have a lot of power in your workplace, or you are in some kind of authoritative position, I feel like these men or these people that are trying to get with you, trying to sleep with you, they are doing it because they want like your name added to theirs. You know what I mean? They want that kind of applause, that, oh my god, like pile number 2, pile number 2 is dating me, like that kind of thing. It's like you're an arm candy, or like you're an object to show off. Like, oh, look at this shiny object who's so successful, this pile number 2, she's all mine. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of energy. So be careful. Like this is very misogynistic and like weird, not good masculine energy. So be careful. I feel like there is a person who is your soulmate here that's coming through. He's not coming through very strongly, but they will meet you, and I feel like they are going to be a perfect match, and you're going to know, because it's Libra here. So I feel like you both will be equals in every way. You won't try to diminish each other. It's like you add to each other by being together. They are not trying to take something from you or reduce you to something. They will add to your life and you add to theirs, and it's a very equal kind of partnership. It's a partnership in the truest sense. So that's what I'm seeing for you, pal number 2. Don't ever stop shining. Don't ever stop being confident, because you know who you are. So I hope that you keep believing in yourself and keep loving yourself. You are so amazing, my dear pal number 2. I wish I could give you a hug and hopefully ask for some strength, because I really need some strength right now. But yeah, I love you so much, my dear pile number 2s. This was it for your reading. Please consider liking the video if you feel like doing that, subscribing if you want to be a part of my soul family. Thank you to everybody who's already a part of my soul family. It's so nice to see you again and do this reading for you again. I'm really fortunate to have such a beautiful and abundant collective. Yeah, let me know if the reading resonated. I'm gonna take the time to thank all of the cards. Thank you for being here. Thank your spirit guides and my spirit guides for helping me do this reading for you. And okay, one last message I'm getting is that keep being single-minded. Focus is going to bring you success. That's what I heard. Single-minded focus in the direction. I feel like you're already looking in a, you know what you want, and it's a particular direction that you're looking at right now. So keep looking over there, because you're going to be immensely successful. That's what I'm feeling. Okay? So that was your final message, pile number 2. I am going to end your reading here. And hopefully I'll see you soon in my next video. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. As always, I love you. Keep shining, keep being confident. I love to be in your energy. Bye. Hello. Sorry. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose pile number 3, you chose void, of course. Moon, nothing will come of this situation. Now don't get scared, but for you, I'm feeling like the immediate energy, like the gush of energy I felt just before I was just before I pushed record. I just felt like you are my super psychic pile, like you are my super spiritual, super psychic kind of pile, and like you are in touch with source directly. Like you can communicate with spirit guides, you can communicate with non-physical entities and energies, and directly channel and download information if you wanted to. So you are one of my super psychic piles. Like if you are a woman watching this, I feel like you are a witch, or you are of the witches lineage where a lot of divine gifts and were passed down. A lot of wisdom was passed down from women to other women. So I feel like you are, there's something sacred about you. There's something very divine and holy about you. It's like I'm seeing a goddess. There is something about your energy that's very goddess-like, and I don't mean this in like a superficial kind of thing, like, oh, you're a goddess or whatever. I mean it literally. Like there is something about your energy that's quite frankly very godlike, I should say. It's very divine. I feel like anybody that comes across your energy is very lucky and fortunate and is left transformed from it. I feel like you function like a little bit of a catalyst in this lifetime. You function like you've chosen to come as somebody who is going to be like a person, like a harbinger of change, of transformation, and like you're here to shift things. You're here to break paradigms and patterns that don't work and build new patterns, and basically build the new earth with new values, which are love and not narcissism, which is giving, not taking. And I feel like you are here, like you're part of the new movement, you're part of the new journey, and I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about, because I can feel that you know exactly what I'm talking about. You could be star seeds, Andromedans, Pleiadians, but I just feel like there's something about you that's very far off that is not of this world. Like, I am not even picking up all of your energy. It's like I'm only picking a part of it, because the other part of it is inaccessible to me for whatever reason. Maybe you don't want me to access that energy, so yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not going to force you to allow me into your space if you're uncomfortable, but that's just what I'm sensing. So it's like you shine bright in a far off country or sunset or something. Like, you have this beauty that is like a mirage, you know. Like, you know how in during a mirage, the 𝘚𝑚𝑖𝑟𝑎𝑔𝑒, the road appears to be wet in a desert when you're driving, but it's not actually wet. It's just like a illusion. It's just a trick of the light and the eye. It's not actually, the road is not actually wet, and there's actually no water there, but that's just an illusion that is caused due to the refraction of light. And I feel like there's something like that about your beauty, like something about the light being refracted off of you. And people are just like confused, eternally confused about your beauty. Something about you is confusing for sure. Anyway, these top cards will be your appearance, your aura, and then bottom cards will be about your appearance, please. Okay. So then we have less cards for aura and we have more cards for physical appearance. I feel like people are not able to understand your energy or fully comprehend your energy, because you are so out of this world or otherworldly in some way. Yeah, that it's hard for them to kind of even come to grips with who you are. Oh wow, we have the sun. We have the Hermit. Four of Cups. I feel like they see you as somebody who is always in her or always in his own room, or I feel like I'm seeing somebody living in a cottage, living in a quiet place somewhere alone, and then other people are wondering like, is pile number 3 okay? You know, is pile number 3 is living alone, they grow their own food, they eat their own food, and they are like, people are concerned that you spend a lot of your time alone. But I feel like you are a witch, so you're busy making potions and everything, and you're like, okay, this is what I'm doing for abundance, like this is what I'm doing today, this is what I'm doing for fun. It's like you're busy with your magic and stuff, you know. But they are looking at you and being like, oh, is pile number 3 okay? Like, don't you think they're spending way too much time inside their room? Like, shouldn't we call them out to a party? But I feel like you're not the kind of person that parties. You are the kind of person that likes to kind of spend your time alone and be by yourself. And I feel like that is the reason why people don't know much about you, or they don't have any information about you, because I've literally got only 3 cards and they are not telling me much about how people perceive you. It's like they themselves don't know anything about you, so it's like there's nothing to talk about, you know. Because I feel like you don't go out often. Either some of you go out often or some of you don't go out often. Like, some of you like to be alone, some of you like to be in a group. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing that you are like a sad soul or whatever, that you don't like to be alone all the time. I feel like you do like to be around people, lot of you, most of you. But I'm just seeing that you also, people might see you as somebody who doesn't blend in the crowd easily. Like, I feel like there's something about you that stands out, that shines brighter, that like there's something that sets you apart from the crowd. And I feel like if you were walking in a crowd, people would notice you, maybe because of the way you dress, maybe because of the way like you carry yourself. Maybe if all of the girls are wearing like tomboy clothes, then you are out here dressing very feminine and beautiful, so people are turning around and taking a notice of that. Like there's something that's different about you, and I feel like it's your spiritual energy that is attracting this attention. I feel like people can tell when they look at you that you believe in living simply, that you believe in living in harmony with nature, or being close to nature and trees and animals is something that makes you really happy. And they can tell that there's nothing taken away from you just because you are choosing to spend your time with trees and nature and animals. Doesn't mean, and not humans, doesn't mean that you're not happy, right? Like just because you're not surrounded by humans doesn't mean you're not happy. It's like you're happy, I'm fine, like I'm doing fine, like you don't need to pity me. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. Yeah, but I am seeing that opposite gender find you very intriguing and alluring and mysterious. Like they want to know what you do for a living, they want to know like how you're doing, they want to know, like they want to know about your daily life, like what kind of rituals are you doing, what kind of magical potions do you have. Like they want an into your magic. They want they want to know what you're doing to be so beautiful and radiant. It's like pile number 3 is not doing anything, but they dress so beautifully, but they look so beautiful. Like, what is the secret? And they want to know some sort of a secret about you. Like, whatever it is that is hidden, they want to know that. Look at this shell that's breaking. It's like they're waiting for you to come out of your shell, but you never do. You never do come out of your shell. I feel like there's I did also sense that, me as a reader, but I also feel that people around you sense this, is that you are an enigma to people. So there is a certain part of your energy that is so enigmatic and mysterious, and people are trying to understand that part of you, it's like they're trying to hold and understand that part of you, and understand. I keep repeating the same word, but when the mind actually comes to understand something, it's like you finally gripped it. It's like a physical object, right? So let's say this is a ring, and I don't understand what this ring is unless I kind of hold it or I wear it like this, right? And then I come to know, like, okay, this is how it feels, like this is what it is. And like it's circle, and you kind of get to feel it because you are now touching it, and that's how it is. And I feel like there is a part of you that they are trying to touch, and I don't mean this in a creepy way, but there is an aspect of you that's untouchable or unrecognizable, or like the dark side of the moon, right? Like there is something that's unapproachable about you, and they want to kind of have access to it and understand that and see that. The emperor, yeah, you're definitely a witch. Definitely. You could also be like Indian lineage or Indian, watching this reading, or from an Indian lineage, or you could like India. We have 10 of swords. Oof, that's so painful too. That's like, I just felt so much pain watching this reading, watching this like card. What is this card about? I feel like you could have had stalkers in your past, or you've left people behind in your past because you didn't want a relationship with them, and like somebody tried to force you, or somebody tried to be your friend, or somebody crossed a certain boundary, and then you were like, psh, bye, I'm done, bye. And they didn't expect that you would do that, but you totally did that. Have you heard of this song, Honey by Halsey? That's what I'm hearing for you. I'm forgetting the lyrics, but I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can go check it out. So I feel like some people might think that you are easily taken advantage of, or they might think that like there's something about you that's not of this world. Like I said, right? So some people might think that, oh, you don't even know what's going on in this world, like it's easy to trick her or him, and it's not actually that easy to trick you, because you're paying attention. I feel like you voluntarily choose to kind of not fully be present here, but it's a conscious decision that you have made. So I also feel like you attract physical abundance or financial abundance very easily. It's not difficult for you, and this is something that people are really in awe of, because it's like, okay, wait a second, pile number 3 is not working as hard, but they seem to be doing well. And it's like they want to know the recipe of abundance. They want to ask you the recipe of abundance, like, how is pile number 3 doing? Like, why do they look like they are more blessed compared to the rest? And it's like you crack the code, like you are out of the matrix, like you finally understood how the law works and everything. So it's like, yes, I know how all of this works. Like, I can hack reality now because I know how it works. And I feel like with the Emperor coming out here, I feel like you are ultimate in your power, with the Sun and Emperor both coming out, with the Fool coming out. I feel like you are in your ultimate power at this time, or you will soon be in your ultimate power. And I'm also seeing a lot of abundance, like more abundance being just like pushed in your direction, and just coming in your direction, like coming to you. Lot of abundance just coming to you, because you decided to love yourself. And look, there is a sun behind, and we literally have the card sun. So I do feel like they see you as somebody who's very radiant, very confident, very attractive, very otherworldly. It's like I'm losing my voice. It's like I'm not able to describe how your aura feels, because it's like the people don't know themselves. People don't know how to describe you. It's like people don't know what adjectives to use for you. And so I'm having to kind of fill in for them. They might mistake you and think that you're not somebody who will resort to violence. I'm not saying that you resort to violence, but I'm just feeling like if they think that you can be taken advantage of, like you have no issues putting people in their place and be like, bye. It's like 1 minute you're like a koala bear, you're really soft and mushy and giggly and cuddly, and then somebody will do something or push a limit. It's like you don't do this to all people, you just do this to those people that have deliberately tried to hurt you, or like have bad intentions towards you. You're not going to force this on anybody or everybody. You just focusing on yourself. I'm also seeing that water is significant to you, or being around water, or you could live around a water body, like a lake house, or a house near a waterfall, a river, or something to do with water. Like water is something that's very healing for you. Like I'm literally seeing like somebody who is having a bath in a lake, like how those women used to take baths in lakes in the olden times. I'm seeing that you like to live like that. Yeah, that's such a beautiful energy. Like you like to be in nature, and you like to surround yourself with nature, and it's so beautiful. I feel like you live in a deep harmony with the trees and everything that's around you, no matter where you travel to. You could be a frequent traveler, but even if you're not, I feel like wherever you are, wherever you live, I feel like you eat really organic, natural, you eat berries. I'm seeing like small fruits being consumed, honey being consumed. Maybe honeybees are your favorite, or you watch a lot of like those videos where people save honeybees, because honeybees are so important, not just in terms of pollination and everything, but um, they're such beautiful creatures, they maintain the balance of the ecosystem, and if they perished, earth would be in a huge trouble. So yeah, I just heard queen bee, like you are queen bee, you are the queen bee, and there's a lot of abundance coming to you because you love yourself. Wow. This is amazing, my dear pile number 3. I hope you like the reading. Please consider liking if you feel like doing that, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to be a permanent part of my soul family. If you have been here with me, I thank you so much, and I love you so much for all of your support. Thank you for always encouraging me. It helps me put out better content and better readings for you. If you have any reading suggestions, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what readings you would like to see next from my collective. And yeah, I'm gonna take the time to thank you, your spirit guides, to thank all of the cards that I used today. Thank you for allowing me to relay these beautiful messages to the most beautiful pile number 3. I hope you keep shining, pile number 3, and please remember that you are absolutely wonderful, and keep loving yourself, because I do see that there is a lot of abundance in more ways than one that is coming to you. So yeah, that was it, my dear pile number 3. I love you so much. Bye.